Hello people, I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hey guys.
And I saw this video a little while back on YRF's website, AMITABH BACHCHAN Dialogue Mashup, and I had been waiting for ACHARA to get back into town so that we could do it. And once she was back in town, a whole bunch of other stuff started happening. An onslaught, an avalanche, a raining cats and dogs, if you will, of other things that we had to take care of. Some of which I'll be updating you guys about soon, hopefully. It's just been a lot of cool stuff going on lately and with the channel and outside the channel. So here we are, finally. You know, I had to wait, so you guys had to wait through all that preamble I just did. AMITABH BACHCHAN Dialogue Mashup. And one of the other things that made me really want to do this is I heard some stuff about his health recently. I don't know if it's true or false because I tried looking it up. And AMITABH BACHCHAN like tweeted out or something and said that he's fine. There's no problems whatsoever. Yeah. He's good. So I have no idea what's true, but there was raised concerns regarding his situation, and hopefully all is well in the AMITABH BACHCHAN health situation. So here we go.
ये कोले की कान एक अजगर है सेठ साहब, जो रोज अनगिनत मजदूरों को निगलता है और उन्हें चबा के, पीस के, कुचल के, उनके जिस्मों से जिंदगी का एक एक कतरा चूस कर एक लाश की सूरत में उन्हें वापस उगल देता है। और जब तक आप अपने मुनाफे की लालच में इन मजदूरों की सेफ्टी का बंदोबस्त नहीं करेंगे, इस बस्ती की औरतें यूं ही विधवा होती रहेंगी, इस बस्ती के बच्चे यूं ही अनाथ होते रहेंगे। जो कल हुआ है वो फिर होगा सेठ साहब, और फिर होगा, और फिर होगा, और फिर होगा।
हम झूठे नहीं हैं, छोटे भी नहीं हैं, डरपोक भी नहीं हैं। विजय साहब, बड़ी तकलीफ दे बात है। हमने जानबूझकर अपना प्यार, माँ बाप की खुशी और दुनिया के रीति रिवाज पे कुर्बान कर दिया था। हमने तय किया था कि हम कभी एक दूसरे के रास्ते से नहीं गुजरेंगे तो इस तरह जैसे दो अजनबी गुजर जाते हैं। अगर मुलाकात होगी तो हम अपने दिल की बात का धुआं तक उड़ने नहीं देंगे। दफन कर देंगे वो जज्बा जो कभी हमारे दिलों में धड़का था। किसी दूसरे को तबाह करने के बदले खुद तबाह हो जाएंगे। बड़ी हिम्मत चाहिए विजय साहब, बड़ा हौसला चाहिए इसके लिए। दाग दामन पे नहीं, दिल पे लिया है मैंने।
चांदनी, तुम्हारा इंतजार न करते हुए भी हर मोड़ पर तुम्हारा इंतजार किया। तुम्हारी उम्मीद न रखते हुए भी मैंने हर कदम पर तुम्हारी तमन्ना की।
Deep V-neck. All that sexy chest hair.
तुम्हें ना चाहते हुए भी मैंने तुम्हें इतना चाहा कि किसी और को चाहने की आरज़ू भी न रही। मुझे बदलती चीजें अच्छी नहीं। मुझे किसी भी तरह का परिवर्तन पसंद नहीं। I don't like changes.
बुरा मत देखो, बुरा मत बोलो, बुरा मत सुनो, लेकिन अगर इससे फायदा होता है तो ले लो। गांधी जी खुद आकर के 150 जूता देंगे तुझ जैसे शरीफ आदमी को।
बेटी अपने अब्बा ते अम्मी नो मेरा एक पैगाम दी। उन्होंने कही कि 60 साल दे एक हिंदुस्तानी उन्होंने तेरे अंदर परे हुए संस्कारों में सलाम करते। ढाई दिन की दोपहरी, चांद रात अमावस की, शीशम के घोड़े पर होके सवार आई शामत गुनहगारों की।
Hey, well there you go.
All right.
That's pretty darn cool. I mean, you know what's interesting is seeing the growth of an actor over the span of their career.
Yeah, and also just the changes in the industry as well.
The changes in the industry and the changes in acting style. I mean, the thing about it is that that thing where, you know, one actor has his back to the other actor and still talking, that's still a thing I see. But what was interesting about that particular shot was how it didn't cut. It just like lingered for a long time because I think, you know, back before modern filmmaking, what it is now, it was like harder to do setups, right? It took way more time. And so it was wiser to have more going on in the frame without having to cut. The further back you go, I think the fewer cuts you see because of that. So they did a lot more staging and blocking within the frame, and with time as it got easier to move the camera around and set up and real quick and go. Especially now with new filmmaking equipment that it's all like digital and whatnot, you can move way faster. You're seeing way more cuts happen. I feel like all the fast cutting started with the French, and then eventually resurfaced with Michael Bay with like Bad Boys and The Rock, and then it just kind of took off from there and became more and more and more prevalent.
Right.
But yeah, that was super interesting to see just that staging, and you have to get creative with your blocking there with your actors. The more interesting thing on top of that is, as an actor, being able to maintain those emotions despite the fact that you're not looking at someone. It's so much easier to deliver that emotion when you're looking at someone's face and seeing what's happening, the response you're eliciting out of them, versus, okay, so for the purposes of the camera and the movement, I have to put my back to this person, not look at them, and still feel all the things.
Yeah.
That's a challenge, I think.
It is a challenge. To what you were saying about, looking at someone and that being much easier to act, I was just thinking that exactly during that scene from Veer Zara, because I was just looking at Amitabh Bachchan and I was already like feeling it, right? And I was just imagining if I was Preeti Zinta in that moment, how much easier my job would be, because I'm working with someone who is as good and talented as Amitabh Bachchan. It's like, you don't even have to work. You're just responding off this other person who has all the emotions. It's a dream, really.
Right. Well, it comes so much more naturally.
Exactly.
To live out that situation when you have someone like that.
Yeah.
I mean, assuming that the performance is the same when the camera's reversed, right? Or if they're hopefully shooting with two cameras at the same time, that's even better.
Yeah.
So that you're just capturing the raw emotion as it's happening in real time. All the scenes they were showing, or most of them, it was an emotional moment.
Yes.
And I would imagine like almost the apex of the emotional height of the film. It was cool. I mean, it's just cool to see that, and you hear the change in his voice, the change in his mannerisms and his behavior as he gets older and he gets more grounded and settled into who he is. He's just gotten better and better with time. Not that he was ever bad, but he's just gotten better and better and better with age.
And that's all you can hope for,
Yeah.
I think, is like, yeah, you are already a very talented young actor, which sets you on this path to become the legend that is Amitabh Bachchan.
Right.
But you would hope that with the decades of experience that he has had, that he would continue to grow and improve and adapt to all the changes within the industry as well. And I think he's succeeded.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And it certainly made me want to go back and watch all those.
The classics.
The older classics. I mean, I have this big box set that a fan of the channel gave me that every day I see it, and I'm like, okay, when am I going to have time to go and open that up and start watching stuff from that? Because it's like I've purposely situated, when you have things that you have to take care of, and you put it in your way, so you always have to look at it. And so I look at that box every day, and it's like constantly having to choose between, okay, what new movie, what classic film, and whatnot do I even have time to dive in? And then there's like other things that we have going on right now that I haven't really talked about publicly yet because I don't want to talk about it until like it's completed. But there's stuff we have going on, and so it makes it even harder to get to these movies. And that those classic Amitabh Bachchan movies are probably much longer. The 3-hour Indian movie is not unheard of, right?
Right.
But there's a lot of Indian films coming out now that are a lot closer to 2 hours.
Yeah,
than
or 2.5
hours. Yeah, and so that half hour makes a difference. So there's a litany of movies he's done, and how do you choose between now you can pick one, and people are gonna be like, why didn't you watch this one over here?
Yeah.
In any case, I know Veer Zara is one that a lot of people like, and so I want to watch way more of his stuff.
Yeah.
And exactly. So, but
and you know what's also awesome? And this is just not even to do with his acting, but I think it's so cool that he is one of those people or one of those men that seems to just get better looking with age. Like for me personally, Amitabh Bachchan with a bit of salt and pepper in his beard, I'm like, damn, that's hot.
I'm really curious about this one, Scylla.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he's playing the romantic lead here. He's got that deep V-neck thing.
With the beautiful lady.
Right, exactly. And I mean, I'm trying to recall a single trailer of his that I've seen where he's playing a romantic lead of some kind, and I don't think I've seen that.
Well, because most of the stuff that we've watched with him, he's already been in his middle age and older, so feasibly, a lot of the time, that is not the demographic of the lead anymore. You know, the romantic leads tend to be in their like 20s, 30s, maybe 40s, but he's like, I don't know, I haven't really seen that with him recently.
Man. Hey, you know what? Shah Rukh Khan, that's people's response right there immediately, and Salman Khan is like, his romantic leads are often, you know, younger, and even in the States, you got the same thing. Tom Cruise is like, and Mel Gibson or whoever it is, they're female. What's it called? Mother with Jennifer Lawrence
and Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem. That's a big age difference between them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that Amitabh Bachchan is still older than all those guys. Are you looking at like Robert Redford or Clint Eastwood still being that romantic lead?
They could pull it off, and so could he. That's all I'm saying.
I would like to see that movie.
Yeah, I mean, even if you did a romantic film, I feel like India would be the place to do it, where you'd have a romantic film with Amitabh Bachchan, and the woman is like maybe in her 40s or 50s or something like that, and it's an entertaining film, and a lot of people would watch it. That would happen in India, and not so much here in the States. Here in the States, that would be an indie film, and that really annoys me. I
would still want to see that romantic movie with Amitabh Bachchan in the lead, but with an age-appropriate
That's what I just said. That's literally what I just said.
Like in her 40s, though? Like
I said 50s.
Okay. Or 60s. What about 60s? How old is Amitabh Bachchan?
He's not 90. Golly, how old do you think he is?
I don't know. Like, at least in his mid to late 70s.
I never bothered to look it up. All I care about is that he's still working. Let me just see. Amitabh. There we go. If IMDb would work, we'll all be much happier, much quicker. 42.
1942. He's older than my dad.
Yeah, but your dad was a late bloomer, so it doesn't count.
He's like in his 70s.
He's 77. He's still not 90.
Yeah, but even a woman in her 50s is still like...
Okay, look, see here.
20 years younger than him.
Now, see here. Yeah, Amitabh Bachchan might be 77. He doesn't look 77, though. He just did Thugs of Hindustan. Like, the fact that he's doing Thugs of Hindustan, he's still able to move. And so he moves like someone who's at least 10 to 15 years younger than himself. Yeah, he's got some supposed health. I don't know what's going on with his health right now, but like he's able to move quite well for his age. And so to me, he could conceivably play the romantic opposite of someone in her 50s and get away with it.
Yes.
So that's all I'm saying.
While that is true, I would still love to see that story, but with maybe someone in her 60s or 70s as well. Because how often do we see that?
You're right. Complete side note, Amitabh Bachchan's got this photo here on IMDb of him from Syra, where he's playing the elder guy. I see this image, and I know that I'm the only one who will think this. I want to see him play Moses. Like, you know, the Americans kind of messed up all the biblical stories because they made them, like,
action?
White.
Oh, white.
Like, white as white can be. Like, Charlton Heston, you know, God bless us, may he rest in peace. He played Moses, and Moses, if he was a real dude, was not that light-skinned. And neither was Jesus. And so, Amitabh Bachchan totally looks like Moses in this picture. Like, he straight up, that's Moses. And I mean, that'd be awesome to see that. I know it'll never happen. It will never happen. But that's an awesome, you know, Moses-esque image. I know it's Syra, but anyway, just saying. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. One can hope. Check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we drop another video. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I am Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.